Hey yogis, welcome to today's class. Today we will be twisting and turning to mobilize our spine to eventually come into Mermaid Pose, Ekapada Rasha Kapotasana. So we will start this class in a child's pose, Balasana. So make your way onto your shins. Sit down onto your heels and then walk your hands all the way to the front of the mat. If you want, you can place your forehead onto the mat. Maybe you want to roll your forehead from side to side. And then take some deep breaths all the way into your belly. Find your way onto the mat, into this present moment. Let go of any thoughts that you might have right now. Just bring your mind right on the mat into this practice today. If you want to set an intention for today's class, then feel free to do so now. Can be something for the practice today. Maybe you want to be more gentle with yourself, or maybe it's something that you want to take with you throughout the day or throughout the night, whenever you are doing this practice. Take one more deep breath here in centered position. And with your next inhale, slowly walk with your hands towards the right side. Maybe you want to place your left hand on top of your right hand. This is a nice warm-up for the side of your body. Also for your spine. Take some deep breaths into your body, into your upper body, to stretch out even more. One more breath here. And with your next inhale, slowly walk to the other side, through the center. Maybe placing your right hand on top of your left hand now. Only go as far as it is comfortable for the side of your body. So if it starts to have a lot of tension or even hurt, then come back a little bit. One last breath here. And then slowly walk your hands back into center. Take one more deep breath in, this child's pose, Balasana. And with your next inhale, come all the way up into a tabletop position. Your hands are underneath your shoulders, shoulder width apart. Your knees are underneath your hips, hip width apart. Space underneath your elbows are looking at each other. Your fingers are spread. Press into the index finger mold, so the space between your thumb and your index finger. And then we start with some wrist circles here, so you move with your body to the right side, to the front, to the left, and to the back. Draw some circles, moving slowly with your breath. Maybe you can feel where the weight of your body is in your hands and in your wrists. Try to do it as slow as it is comfortable, and change the direction, so from the front to the right, to the back, and to the left. Drawing some nice circles, distributing the weight from different perspectives onto your wrists, onto your hands. And then slowly find stillness, come back into a centered position. From here, we do some slow cat-cows to warm up our spine even more. So with your inhale, lower your belly, open your chest, look up. And with your exhale, tilt your pelvis, bring your navel to the back of your body, and then look all the way to your navel. Inhale, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, bring your navel towards the back, look to your navel. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look towards the navel. Move with your own breath. The head comes always last. One more inhale into cat. Exhale into cat. That was cow, sorry. And then with your next inhale, find the neutral position again in tabletop position. And from here, we will extend our right leg all the way to the back. So lift your right leg up into a straight line with your upper body, and then lift your left arm also up. If you want a little bit more weight onto your arm, you can take your block and then straighten your arm, straighten your leg. Take one inhale here. Exhale, bring your elbow and your knee together into a little ab exercise. Inhale up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to elbow. One more inhale up. You can place your block back to the side. And with your next inhale, bend your back knee. Extend your left arm towards the right foot. grab your right foot and then press with your foot into your arm to open your chest all the way up. You can look to the side, or maybe you want to look towards the back of your foot, whatever feels good right now. And don't forget to breathe here. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly release all the way back onto the mat into a tabletop position. We will do the other side now, so if you want, you can shake out your hands for a little bit and then come all the way back into a tabletop position. Check your alignment again. Your hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. With your next inhale, extend your left leg all the way to the back, up, and your right arm comes all the way up as well into a straight line, so you're creating the straight line with your leg and with your arm. Grab your block if you did on the other side, and then inhale here. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale up. 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 Place the block next to you. Straighten your arm, straighten your leg. Inhale, bend your back knee. And then grab your left foot with your right hand. Look to the side. And then try to press into your hand. If you can't grab your foot here, that's okay. Just try to twist as far as possible. Opening your chest. Keeping your core engaged. And then take some deep breaths here. One more inhale here. And exhale, lower all the way down. Slowly, slowly. And we find our way into the first downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under. Lift your pelvis up. And then walk your dog here if you want, as it might be the first dog of the day. It might feel good to maybe twist from side to side a little bit. And then don't forget to breathe. Slowly find stillness and then check your alignment. Your hands should still be shoulder width apart, your feet hip distance apart. You're lifting your pelvis up, engaging your core, projecting your shoulders, your shoulder blades, or shoulders are away from your ears. Your ears are between your upper arms. That's a lot to think about, but once you have it, it feels really good, really relaxing, and you can take a good pause here. So take a deep breath, and with your next inhale, reach your right leg up into three-legged dog. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Step in between your hands into high lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, turn to the left into warrior two. So your back foot is in 90 degree. Your front foot is facing forward. Your arms are in a straight line. You look to the front, opening your hips, and breathe. Really keep your pelvis in a neutral position so you're not falling into either direction. Make sure you can see your big toe, front big toe, back as well, but it is not difficult here. And then with your next inhale, reach to the front. Exhale, place your right hand onto the mat. Extend your left arm all the way straight up. So your arms are in a straight line here. A little side angle variation. If you can't touch the mat, you can also take a block. Place your hand on top of a block here. And then take some deep breaths. One more inhale here. Exhale, come back into high lunge. Step a little bit closer. Bring your back foot in the 4 to 5 degree angle. Actually also a 90-degree angle. And then bring your block next to your right foot, on the outside of your right foot. You can place your hand on top of it and then twist all the way open into Trikonasana. Revolve Trikonasana. So Trikonasana would be, of course, to open up to the left side, but we're opening to the right side. So revolved Trikonasana here. One more breath here. And with your next exhale, slowly bring your block next to you and step all the way into forward fold Uttanasana. If you want, you can grab your elbows, bend your knees, and then ragdoll from side to side. Maybe you want to shake your head from side to side or not, whatever feels good for your neck right now. And then with your next inhale, place your hands, fingertips onto the mat or onto your shin. Look up with a straight back, half forward fold, half lift. So Adha Uttanasana. And exhale, place your hands underneath your shoulders, step back into high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, shift your weight forward, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Take one breath here, so stay a little bit longer than usually. And exhale, come into downward facing dog. Check your alignment and take some deep belly breaths. With your next inhale, reach your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step in between your hands into high lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, open all the way to the right into Warrior Two on this side, Virabhadrasana 2. Your arms are in a straight line. You can see your front big toe. Your legs are engaged. Your hip is opening all the way to the side, and you look towards the front, gazing to your fingertips. One more breath here. And with your next inhale, shift forward. Exhale, place your hand either on the block or on the mat, and then extend your right arm all the way towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And breathe into this side angle variation. Maybe you want to think of the intention you set for today's practice. Maybe you want to be more gentle today with yourself. So grab the block and just feel the pose in a different way. One more inhale here. Exhale, come back into high lunge. Step a little bit towards the front into Trikonasana. Triangle pose. Place your block next to your left leg. On the outside of your left foot, place your right hand on top of it and then open up, twisting here. Of course, if you want, you can do it without the block as well. Whatever is your comfortable pose today. One more breath here. And with your next exhale, come all the way into Uttanasana, forward fold. This time, maybe placing your hands on the mat beneath you, or you can grab your ankles, whatever feels good right now. And take a deep breath. And with your next inhale, look up, half lift, Adho Uttanasana. Exhale, place your hands underneath your shoulders, step back into high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, shift forward, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath here. Now with your next inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Jump all the way to the front of your mat into Uttanasana. Or step, whatever you want. And then take a deep breath here. Now with your next inhale, bend your knees, look up, reach your arms up into chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Make sure that your pelvis is tucked in, your rib cage is tucked in, your core is engaged. And then sit back as far as you can. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist towards the right. So your left elbow goes on top of your right thigh. Make sure that your knees are still parallel, so you're not shifting one knee more to the front. And then slowly bring some weight into your right leg. Lift your left leg up and step it all the way to the back of your mat. Into high lunge. Engage your legs. Twist even more into this twisted high lunge. And then inhale, come into center. Exhale, twist open into warrior two. Your arms are in a straight line. Take a deep breath here. And with your next inhale, reach to the front and then come all the way to the back with your right hand. You can place your left hand on top of your left thigh. And then breathe into the side front bend. Make sure you're still bending your front knee. And exhale, come all the way to the front into high lunge. From here, lift your right leg so you can place it into pigeon pose, into half pigeon pose. So either in figure 4 or a little bit closer to your hips with your heel. Untuck your back toes. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Keep your arms engaged, so come onto your fingertips. Walk your fingertips all the way to the front. And then breathe. One more breath here. And then walk your hands back into center. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your back toes under, and then step your foot into high lunge again and rotate all the way open into Skandasana, side lunge. You can take your hands into your heart center, or if you want to do some fancy skater pose, wherever you want, just try it out with your arms or bring them into heart center and take a breath there. And with your next inhale, come all the way up into a standing position. Reach your arms up. Exhale. Bend your knees. Come into goddess pose with cactus arms. So bring your elbows into a bended position and reach them towards the back. So you're engaging your back, opening your chest. Make sure that your pelvis is still tucked in neutral position. And then breathe. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, rotate both feet towards the front of the mat. Step a little bit closer with your back foot. Take one forward fold here. And then step all the way to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step into high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath here. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step or jump to the front of your mat into Uttanasana. One breath here. Inhale, reach your arms up into chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, make sure your pelvis is tucked in, your core is engaged, your ribs are tucked in, your shoulders are rolled down, of course. Sit as low as you can. And then inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, rotate towards the left side. So your right elbow comes on top of your left thigh. And then twist this chair pose. Again, watch your knees. Slowly bring some weight into your left foot and leg, and then lift your right leg up towards the back. and keep on twisting. Engage your legs. With every inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Inhale, come back into center. Exhale, rotate towards the long side of your mat into Warrior 2, Rabatrasana 2 on this side. Take a deep breath here. And with your next inhale, shift to the front. Exhale, revolve this warrior by bringing your left arm above your head. Your right arm comes on top of your right thigh. Keep on bending your front knee. And then with your next exhale, come into high lunge. Lift your left foot off the mat into half pigeon pose. Untuck your back toes. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold with extended arms. Breathe here. With your next inhale, slowly walk your arms back into center, into upright position. Tuck your back toes under and then step in between your hands. Open up into skater pose and bring your hands to heart center. Or if you want, you can again do some fancy skater pose here, really twisting open and breathing into this variation. And then with your next inhale, come all the way into a standing position. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows into cactus arms. So we're in goddess pose with cactus arms. Really breathe into here. Feel the strength in your body, in your legs, in your arms. Look really proud. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, rotate to the front, step a little bit closer to your front leg with your back leg, and then forward fold over your left thigh. Inhale, step all the way into Uttanasana. Forward fold, maybe grabbing your ankles. Inhale, half lift, Adho Uttanasana. Exhale, place your hands underneath your shoulders, high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, shift your weight forward, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here, or two, or three. Find a little bit of stillness in this relaxing downward facing dog. Make sure you're lifting your pelvis up. And with your next inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Place your right leg into figure four again. On to your mat in front of you, untuck your back toes. And this time, if you want, you can either stay here and reach your arms up, or you can bend your back knee and then grab your left foot with your left hand, or bring your left foot into your elbow mold, and then either stay here, turn to the front of the mat, or inhale, reach your right arm up, and then try to grab your left fingers with your right arm, and then turn towards the front into Mermaid Pose. Ekapada, Rasha, Kapotasana. And then breathe here into this really nice stretching and back bending pose. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, slowly release your back foot, release your arms to the mat, tuck your toes under, and then step your right foot between your hands. Open up into Warrior Two. One more time on this side. Deep breath here. And then with your next inhale, scoop forward, place your hands onto the mat, and exhale into downward facing dog. Again, take some relaxing breaths here. We will do the other side in just a little bit. Inhale, reach your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Place your right foot into Pigeon Pose. Half Pigeon Pose. So into figure four or a little bit closer to your hips. And then either reach your arms up and stay here, or bend your back knee. Take your right hand to your right foot, or place your right foot into your elbow mold, and then you can stay here, or inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, try to grab your left fingers with your right hand. Other way around, with your left fingers, try to grab your right hand, and breathe here. Really feel the king of this pose, as Rasha means king. One more breath here. And then with your next inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, lower your back foot, lower your arms onto the mat and tuck your toes under, and then step into high lunge. Rotate open to Warrior Two on this side. Take a deep breath here. And with your next inhale, reach to the front. Exhale, step back into downward facing dog. One breath here. And with your next breath, slowly come all the way into Balasana, onto the mat. Take a few deep breaths in this pose. Maybe you want to take your arms next to your body. Maybe you want to roll your forehead again from side to side. And with your next inhale, come into an upright position. We will place the crown of our head now onto the mat in front of you. So the crown of our head is measured by the length of our palm and our middle finger. And wherever your middle finger touches your head, that's the crown of your head. So place that part onto the mat in front of you. Grab your heels with your hands and then lift your hips up into hare pose. Really feel the stretch in your shoulder blades, in your back, maybe in your neck. One more breath here. And then with your next exhale, slowly lower yourself onto the mat, back into Balasana. Come up into a upright position, sit onto one side. Maybe you want to come a little bit closer to the middle of your mat as we're going to lie down into Supine Pose. So either grabbing the space underneath your knees or just straighten your arms to the front and then lower yourself all the way into Supine Pose on the mat. And when you reach Supine Pose, grab your knees into your chest. We will do a happy baby, so grab your outside of your feet with your hands throughout the inside of your knees. Make sure that your pelvis is on the mat. If you can't reach your feet, then just grab your ankles or your shins, wherever you are. That's totally fine. And then breathe in here. If you want, you can swing from side to side a little bit. And then slowly find yourself back into the center, so your knees come to your chest. Interlace your fingers around your right knee. Straighten your left leg all the way to the front of the mat. With a flexed foot, both feet are flexed, and then inhale, expand your upper body, and exhale, bring your knee closer to your armpit or to your chest. Do this a few times with your own breath. And with your next inhale, bring both knees back into center, into your chest, and then interlace your fingers around your left knee and extend your right leg all the way to the front. And again, with every inhale, expand your upper body. Exhale, bring your knee closer to your chest or your armpit. Move with your own breath. And with your next inhale, come back into center, bring both knees into your chest. And then bring your hands right next to your body. Maybe in a straight line, maybe in cactus arms, whatever feels good right now. And then slowly lower your legs into a twist. So you're lowering your legs onto the right side. Twisting with your upper body. Maybe you want to look to the left side. Make sure that your left shoulder is on the mat. And then take some deep belly breaths here. Really feeling your body twisting and releasing all the strength you had to gather for all the asanas and poses we did today. And with your next inhale, come back into center. Take one breath here. And exhale, lower your legs all the way to the left side. Again, maybe look to the right or up, whatever feels good for your neck and your back. And keep your right shoulder on the mat. Really feeling this twist with every breath. When we're sitting all day in the office or whatever we're doing on the computer or anything that we actually do, sitting many hours of the day, it really feels good for our spine to just twist it out and balance it out. With your next inhale, come back into center. Grab your knees, your shins with your arms. Maybe you want to lift your head and squeeze yourself into a small little ball here. Onto your knees. Breath. And exhale, release all your body parts onto the mat. Release your legs. Release your arms. Release your shoulders, your back. Release the space underneath your eyes. Your palms are facing the ceiling. Your feet are falling outwards. Really feel this relaxing pose. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you want to inhale here and then sidle out. Release the space between your eyebrows. Release your jaw, your tongue. Release any tension that arose in your body and just get really heavy here. Feel your body melting into the ground, into the surface beneath you. Really feel the peace in your body. Feel the love in your body. Feel the strength that you put up in your body. Take the intention of this practice of today. Think of it, maybe repeat it in your mind a few times. And then slowly start to notice your breath again. Feel the movement of your body while you breathe. Bring some movement into your hands and into your feet. Maybe stretch your arms above your head, stretching your whole upper body, maybe from side to side. And slowly bring your knees towards your chest and roll onto one side. Take your upper arm and press yourself all the way up into a seated position. Whatever position feels good for you right now. Roll your shoulders back one time. Bring your hands into your heart center. Maybe you nod your head a little bit. And bring your attention back into the space that you're sitting in. Maybe you want to open your eyes or keep them closed. Thank yourself for taking the time to practice on the mat today. Thank you for letting me guide you through this practice today. Namaste.